we've had a WTB, and it's Friday, so what the Friday? So what we've got here is we've got Zeke taking a look at this Mint low jack. So that's LAUX JACK. I guess that almost looks like a low dark. What is that?
It's a low jack.
It's a low jack. Okay. So what we've got here, let me hand the phone here to Mr. Zeke here. So let me ask you, what would you do? This customer brought this bike in, they bought it online, and they couldn't get the brakes to work, okay? And that's not surprising because these brakes, even when they're adjusted properly, don't seem to work very well. I've got this working fairly well, but here's the problem. You've got these horrible grips that just slide right off, okay? That's a safety concern. Both of them are like that. They just slide right on off. The other thing is it wasn't put together very good. The pedals are loose. The bearings in the back wheel just come to a stop. You can tell that they're over tightened, and the weird thing is they're starting to back up. So there's something going on with the bearings here. The gears don't shift properly, and the absolute cream of this here. Let me move this or take this down. Okay. So, all right, you see where the seat post is. I'm putting my finger right here, and I'm going to pull it out, and that is all the seat post that's in the frame. So when this customer brought this in, and see now the frame's getting damaged. Okay, there's the spot right there. The seat post is getting bent. With this thing locked down, the seat post is moving around. So I told the customer that he needed a long seat post, or a longer seat post. And this customer looked at me, and he jumped on it, and then he made a face, and he raised it back to where it was, because I lowered it down a little bit. And then he was like, "There's nothing wrong with this." And so everything I was trying to tell him, and this is for his safety, and also it's to help him with, his enjoying the ride. Because if the bike isn't working properly, then you're not going to have as much fun on the bike. So everything, I kept on trying to tell him, you need this done, you need that done. And he just wanted to argue, saying that there's nothing wrong with it. So I'm like, fine, I'll go ahead and do the brakes. That's all he brought it in for, was to have the brakes adjusted. But I already told him all the things that needed to be done. What would you do? I mean, if I tell the customer that I'm not going to work on the bike, then they're going to feel like I'm being snobby. They're thinking that maybe I'm trying to overcharge them for stuff. And then what they do is they go on to Google and they give you a bad review. And the thing is, we're not trying to rip anybody off. We're just trying to make a living. But also, I don't want the customer hurt, because if they're hurt, guess what? They might stop riding, and I might never see them again. So anyway, do we have any people watching? Any questions or anything like that?
4 people, and someone said, hello, happy Friday.
Happy Friday, WT Friday. So we got 4 people. So thanks everybody for showing up. Any other comments? Come on, help me out. What can I do? So, well, it's been a while since we've done a WT Friday, and I just thought this was a good opportunity. They're going to be back, and I already know that they're going to have so many problems with this bike, and I'm afraid that they're going to end up hurting themselves. So I'm making this video, for one thing, to kind of cover my butt, because I already talked to the customer. I told them what they needed done. They refused the work, and I'm doing, at least I'm getting the brake done for them.
Training with Jalen asked, does the frame have a lot of flex?
Oh, the frame has an incredible amount of flex. Let me show you. Let's try to do this from up above. This thing, let's see. Can you show that bottom crank right there? Okay, so if you're watching, I'm going to put a little bit of pressure on that crank and look at the flex of that crank. And then even this way, it's got, oh, and then look at the fork movement. Which is crazy. This hinged part right here, I've had several of these bikes in. This hinge right here, it's made of such a poor quality steel that you'll tighten it up. Right now it's tight. You go out for a ride, and then this hinge is moving a little bit. So then, no problem, you tighten it up a little bit more. You go for a ride, and then the hinge is loose again. So the steel just compresses. This is not a good bike, okay? So stay away from it. I don't know how much they paid for it, but whatever they paid for it, it's not, well, it's too much, because this bike does not ride well. It's not comfortable. It's not durable. It's basically useless. It looks cool. You know, it's got the front and rear shocks, which you think that it's going to be good, but it's sometimes, you know, just because it looks good doesn't mean that it's actually good. But how many minutes have we been on?
7.
7 minutes. Well, we try to keep these videos short. Any questions, any comments, or anything like that?
Training with Jalen said, that's gotta feel weird to ride. Dredd said, what is it? And Erknees said, hello.
Hello, everybody. Well, what is it? It's one of those Amazon low jack bike. So if you see the low jack bike, steer away. So, but anyway, all right, we're going to cut this short. Thanks for everybody for tuning in, and comment down below what you think that somebody like me in my position should do in a situation like this. I don't want to lose a customer, but you know, I also don't want anybody to get hurt. So anyway,
Dredd asks about any BMX bikes. He said, any BMX bikes?
Any BMX bikes?
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what. Yeah, we got lots of BMX bikes, but maybe he's asking if we've got any new BMX bikes that showed up. The last video was I found a GT Interceptor in my stuff that I didn't even know about, or I completely forgot about. So that's really about it. But we've got somebody that's supposed to be coming by with a hutch today, so we'll see how that is. So maybe I'll be buying another hutch today. It'd be nice, but tune in and see if I got it. So thank y'all very much for tuning in, and we'll see you maybe Tuesday, next Friday. Either way, y'all have a good day. All right, bye.